What? It's your video.
Roll the intro. Welcome to Two Girls, One Gaming Topic in the car park, about to dive into the range.
The range.
The Rangay.
Okay.
So,
If you're in the US, it's kind of like a Target, but not as cool.
yeah, it is. It's way
No.
cooler than Target.
No way.
Yes, way.
No. They don't have a big game section like Target. Right, got you there.
So on the topic of games, I think it was you had some shower thoughts this morning. What was it?
Shower thoughts?
Shower thoughts. Like,
That
she
sounds
finished the shower
inappropriate.
and she like shouted at me, Jen, what about this for a topic? And you've like, where would we be without gaming or video games, basically? And I think that's quite thought-provoking.
Do you?
Yeah.
I was glad you liked it.
Thank
Because
you.
I didn't have any other good ideas. I had other ideas, but I was like, no. Sometimes you just...
See, the thing is,
Go
when I
vibe.
come up with a topic, you're like, no. No.
Because I feel like they're topics we've done before, just phrased differently.
So the majority of what we do here on this kind of raw, pure, unedited Two Girls One Gaming Topic is your idea. Because that's pretty much, to be fair, that's the only way.
No, you were putting it out for a poll for a while.
I just make you feel important by allowing you to pick the topic.
I'll take it.
It's part of my like way to get you to do this.
What? Don't pity me.
Oh my god! Right,
You're
let's
going to do one of my videos later, so...
Yes. I'm going to be in a video about antiques.
Not antiques are different. Antiques are over 100 years old. Vintage is what I do. Vintage and retro.
So what am I going to do? Talk about, oh, this is a nice sugar bowl.
No, we'll get into that when it's my turn for a video. But right now it's about games.
Okay.
Nobody wants to hear about that on this channel.
Right, so please watch the episode all the way through if you're new here. Just thanks and subscribe, I guess. Just whack that red button. And where would we be without video games? So, do you want to start or do we start?
You can start.
Well, I think I would be in a dark pit of despair.
Oh, wow. Right into it.
Right into it.
You're supposed to give like
I know,
examples of...
So I think like, there's two ways I've been thinking about this. Is it like, if we never had video games anyway...
No, not if the world didn't have video games.
So if you just now take away video games...
I just mean if we personally didn't have video games.
Well, I'm really into my like action horror movies. I do like a book. I used to read a lot more. I don't read as much as I wish at that. I can't concentrate when I read.
Yeah, you were a big reader when I met you.
Huge reader, but I think like digital media has now just like pummeled my brain. So maybe like audiobooks and movies, I think. But then I was like, well, I don't think that would satisfy me enough, because
You can't even really watch a film all the way through.
no, I get so distracted unless it's something like
Aliens?
Aliens, any kind of movie, Fight Club,
Terminator?
Terminator 2. I did try watching Terminator about 6 months ago and I found myself drifting off.
Oh, the first one. Yeah.
I was drifting off big time. So I do like Aliens. I think about Aliens a lot, like the movie, not like, do we have aliens in the universe?
No.
But then I was like, no, I don't think that would satisfy me enough. I still wouldn't be satisfied, because you can't, in a book, you can still imagine the character as you're reading it. You can kind of visualize the scene. So I guess you have some control over the adventure, but the book is already
Well, no,
written.
in a book you have no control over the adventure. You just get what's given to you.
No, you can like, if it like
Visualize
describes a character or an area, you can still visualize it. Do you know what I mean? So you have some control, whereas the end is always going to be the end. Whereas a game, and it's the same with a film, but you don't visualize it because it's just there. Whereas in a game, even though there's like an end, think of something like The Last of Us and how cinematic that is.
Yes.
You can still go different ways and do different things and kind of have some control over the path that you take. So I don't think I'd be as satisfied. If it was just audiobooks, books and movies, I wouldn't be as satisfied in my life. I wouldn't have enough of an escape. So I don't know what I do, and that's a...
Would you have other hobbies besides media-based?
I'd probably hammer myself in the gym even more. Like, I'd probably be so focused on cardiovascular exercise that it would get to a point where it would be pretty dangerous.
Yeah, but when I met you, you were very into that too. Now you play more video games than you run.
Right. I did. And I've been on the exercise bike, so I do have to have cardio in my life.
Yeah.
But I think it would just be 5-6 days a week.
But when I met you, I'm pretty sure you ran every day.
No, I didn't. But I didn't have this much of a YouTube commitment back then. Now I have a huge YouTube commitment that dominates all my free time, which I love, and I hope to do it full time.
I thought you went to the gym every day at work.
There was a prison gym. I worked in a prison, I worked in a jail, and the governor built a gym outside, which you went to in the car park, and we had 24/7 access. So there were times when I would just, like, on a Saturday night, I'd be like, right, I'm going to gym, 9 o'clock, in, done, loved it. I went every other day.
Oh, okay.
But I did one crappy YouTube video a week. It wasn't really anything back then for me.
I guess I didn't pay attention to how often you ran because I was just looking at your boobs instead.
Oh my God. I am going to blank that word out so I don't get demonetized.
Oh, what? That's not a bad word. That is not a bad word.
Let's not go there. But anyway, what about you? Over to you. You wait till we do your video now. You wait till we do your video now. That is it. Where would you be without games?
You know what? I don't. Yes, exactly. That's what my first point was going to be. We wouldn't have met without video games.
So mad, isn't it?
Well, okay. I still think. And now I'm not a person that believes in fate, but when it comes to you and me, I do, and I think we probably would have met. But
sometimes fate's bad though.
I'm so done.
Go on.
We met through video games.
Yeah, we did. We did have that passion, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was my collecting or trying to get, like, the collection I wish I had when I was a kid.
But don't
that
turn
brought
this
me
into
to
a
YouTube.
love story.
No. That brought me to YouTube.
God, it's not Mills and Boone.
Oh, God. Oh, why do I agree to these videos?
Dude, this is what life is like all the time. Go on. What about you personally? Like,
well, I wasn't going to go into that in detail.
Okay.
Like, your answer was like, and on and on and on and on and on. And I was like, okay. First I said that was pretty vague.
All right, come on, because I need to go into the range.
You need to go into the range. I can't be serious now. I'm laughing too much. Okay, so I would say present day.
Yeah.
Where I'd be without games. I'd probably have a harder time managing my stress because I play COD as a stress relief.
And you're frigging good at it, mate, as well.
When we're not on stream.
Dude, you're great at COD.
By the way, when we play together on stream, it's tough because she's on the Ethernet cord and I'm, or connection, and I'm on Wi-Fi. So I feel like, because you have all of your devices are going into those, straight into the Ethernet. It's just, you have a better connection. And then I get it like a lag.
You're amazing on COD.
So you never actually see how good I am, dude, when we're on stream.
Freaking awesome.
I'm normally at, like, towards the top.
Some of them shots you pop off, I'm just like, wow, I'm hypnotized.
When you watch me,
I really enjoy watching you play, like, COD. If I just lay in bed and watch you play COD, it's so relaxing for me, and I love it.
Well, when I play COD while you're streaming, it's not relaxing for me because I'm like, why? Because there'll be somebody just, like, running still and I'm shooting them in the face and they don't die and all of a sudden I'm dead. Like, that's a lag.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
And that happened to me a lot last night. But yeah, so present day, I would struggle with stress. Yeah. And then, not that I don't struggle with stress now, but it would be much worse.
Yeah.
And back in the day, like when I was a kid, I still think it was the same way because if I just felt like I wanted to be alone, I would go for a bike ride or go fishing. And when I couldn't do that, say it was like after dark or I had to stay home to watch my brother and sister or something, then I would be able to say like go fishing on my Game Boy. I would play this game called Black Bass. And it sounds geeky. I don't play fishing games now, but when I was a kid, I could do it through the Game Boy.
Yeah.
And I loved it. Or if I just wanted to be on my own and completely disappear from people, I could go into the basement and play the Atari where nobody was.
Awesome. Would you ever take your Game Boy out on a bike ride with you?
No.
Would you kind of use it, have that like portability, like take it out when you were, you know, going out for like, even if you were out fishing and you had like the Game Boy there if you're having a bit of a break?
No, I would have been afraid that it would have dropped and broke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I didn't do that. I took it other places with me.
Yeah.
But not on my bike.
Okay, that's awesome. That's really cool. That's a really nice little and like, what about like now with like the Switch? Because I bought you a Switch Lite and you were playing that the other night, weren't you? And
I have to charge it.
Really into like your Mario and stuff.
I wouldn't say I'm really into it, but yeah, if I'm playing on the Switch, it's typically a Mario game. You know.
Yeah, and I think that's nice because I think even things like Animal Crossing, I'm trying to get you into like Animal Crossing. I was like, you're really gonna enjoy Animal Crossing on the Switch.
No,
it's so
we
cute.
like different kinds of games most of the time.
We do, don't we?
Yeah.
How mad is it that our tastes have like completely?
I like something that you just keep going and you're constantly moving.
Do you?
Yeah, when it comes to video games.
But in COD, you're not constantly moving.
Yes, you are.
What about in between matches?
I look at my phone.
Wow. What if you weren't allowed? Would you rather be without your phone and all of its features or video games?
I don't want to be without my phone. That's my connection to my daughters.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Fair
I mean,
play.
they're grown adults, then they have their own lives. But yeah, no, I don't want to. Living far away from them, I would choose that because of my kids.
defo.
Yeah.
So for you, would your life be better without video games or worse without video games?
Ooh. You know what? I don't want to say it would be worse. I think it would just be different. I would have to find something that gives me that same satisfaction.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think my aspects of my life would be worse, but obviously I would fill that void with hardcore exercise. Like if I didn't have video games, I'd struggle to do YouTube, I'd struggle with my mental health even more, but then again I could pick my mental health up with more running or just kind of hammering it in the gym and just looking after myself, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm at. But a world without video games, it hurts, man. It's a sensitive topic.
I didn't mean the subject as a world without. I just meant us personally, like how they affect our lives and what we would be like without them.
Yeah, definitely. I think I would do your head in a lot more because I'd be a little bit more antsy, and you'd be like, "Oh my god, yeah." You know, I wouldn't be able to stream. I'd be with you Friday, Saturday night.
Do you miss what you've never had though?
Yeah, but that wasn't the thing of the video, was it?
No.
If I never had it, then you don't know what you've got. You
don't know what you're missing, you mean?
But if they took it away now, I'd be like, where's my limbs? Where's my limbs gone, you know? So, but what about you guys? Let us know in the comment section below. What would be different about your day-to-day lives? Maybe nothing. What would be different about your family lives? Because obviously I know a lot of people out there, I love hearing stories of you guys coming on streams and say, oh, I've just completed Luigi's Mansion 3 with my son. And that's like super cool because gaming is a bonding experience for friends, family, and whether they're close or at the other side of the world. Look at how many people have been married through meeting in World of Warcraft.
Yeah, I actually photographed a wedding where that, you know, that was their major hobby. Yeah. So
that's awesome. So gaming is life, gaming is awesome, and gaming is positive. It brings people together. So I'm going to leave it to you good folk now to comment and tell us your opinions. Is there anything you'd like to add, Jessamine? At Thrifty Shutterbug on YouTube.
I think just one last thing. When you mentioned family, yeah, that's important because I remember when the Wii came out, I played that a lot with my kids, and like Guitar Hero, like me and my daughter Ashley loved playing that together.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
There's different kinds of games to suit different kinds of families, people, and relationships, isn't there?
Yeah. I mean, we had board games and stuff, but we didn't really get into them as much.
No, not at all. We used to be like, kind of like early 90s. Monopoly was a big thing. Kaplunk, Frustration.
Oh, I used to play it with like my family when I was a kid. Like I would play it at my grandparents. I loved that at like Grandma Roberts' house. Like we would play Monopoly, and I think a game called Payday. I could be wrong, but we had a bunch of games there, and it was great.
Yeah, I still want you to play Pokemon with me, card game. I haven't got. Me and Nina are gonna play, but as of yet, I've got nobody to play the card game with.
That'd be like me saying I want you to make a quilt with me. Right? Yeah, exactly.
Well, a quilt is a big commitment. A Pokemon game isn't. See what I mean? A quilt is a big commitment, and
not if you're just helping somebody.
Unless I'm editing a video, I don't like to be very creative. I'm no good at art. I can't.
Okay, well, yeah, that's true.
I'm like, what do you call it? I've lost the phrase in my mind. I'm instant gratification.
Oh.
A quilt is like, I will not get instant gratification from that. I want it now. I want it. And in a video game, you know, you've got like 10 minutes in card, or every little notch of a chapter on The Last of Us you get there's some kind of reward.
Well,
there's
I won't
a puzzle,
go into how quilting is the same way, but you know, because that's
save that for your video.
No, I don't have a quilting channel.
I'm going into the range. Make sure you guys hit subscribe. See you later. Bye.